Let's make it a good day.
Royal drama. Oprah's sit down with Harry and Meghan delivers on its jaw-dropping revelations. From racism and suicide to family strife, we're breaking down the interview. Plus, a new TV guilty pleasure. Wayne Brady hosts a new show that's a mix of game show and variety show. He joins us live today. And something to flip over. Meet the Minnesota guy making a name for himself in the sport of pizza acrobatics. And find out if I have a future in this dough-flying sport.
Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Welcome to your Monday and your Monday version of the Jason Show. We're switching it up a little bit. I'm Shayne Wells, in for Jason.
Hey, and I'm me, Kendall Markle. Still here, still in this spot. What's up, everybody? Yes, Jason has the week off. He needed just a little time out, like we all do sometimes, and deserved a little break.
He needed a timeout.
He needed to be put in timeout, is what really actually happened. It's a whole, if we need to fill some time at the end of the show, we'll let you know. No, Shayne, it's been a while since we've seen you. Anything new for anybody who is watching from maybe not the Metro and doesn't see you every morning on the Fox 9 Morning News?
You know, during these times we're in, nothing new to report ever. I'm just happy to still be here, and yeah, no, everything's pretty much same old, same old.
Any accomplishments for the children? Either of them like playing violin at this point, master violinists?
Yes, both master violinists for sure.
Okay.
No, we're just slowly getting back into lessons and stuff. So really, it's been a whole year of not much going on except a lot of park time and walks and enjoying the outdoors more than we ever have before. But are you, I think you're probably a little tired today. Did you stay up for the whole thing last night?
I did.
You do
Okay, so you guys, we're going to talk all about this in like 2 seconds.
They know it's
the
coming.
Meghan and Harry bit with Oprah. Jason did Insta out that he didn't even watch it, which was shocking to anyone who knows him. Not for the royals part, but Oprah. I, of course, stayed up all night, then thinking about it, because way past my bedtime, I'm like 9 o'clock. Oh my gosh, Mama's got to go to bed.
Yep.
I didn't, though. Jaw-dropping. Jaw-dropping. I know that you don't feel quite as committed to the royals as I do.
I read the headlines, but yeah, I haven't followed it as closely.
It's very Meghan of you to just stay away from a lot of it.
I don't Google it.
Well, neither did she, but she got a lot. She got a lot last night. That's going to bring us to the hot dish. Serve it up, Leo.
It's hot today.
It's just steamy. It is steamy. Okay, you guys, jaws are still on the floor this morning after Oprah said, we just talked about it, 2-hour interview with Harry and Meghan. The two spoke out about their decision to step back from the royal family and the years leading up to that decision.
So Meghan said that she actually felt trapped. She was concerned about her mental health, but no one in the monarchy seemed to care. Take a look.
So were you thinking of harming yourself? Were you having suicidal thoughts?
Yes, this was very, very clear.
Wow.
Very clear and very scary. And, you know, I didn't know who to even turn to in that. And one of the people that I reached out to, who's continued to be a friend and confidant, was one of my husband's mom's best friends, one of Diana's best friends. Because it's like, who else could understand what it's actually like on the inside?
Now, Meghan said she asked for treatment but was denied. Harry said he worried that history would repeat itself. His mother, Diana, had similar problems and died while being chased by the press. But it was the revelations about their son, Archie, that really highlighted the racism that Meghan faced from within the monarchy. She revealed that the conversations that happened prior to his birth. Take a listen.
So we have in tandem the conversation of he won't be given security, he's not going to be given a title, and also concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born.
What?
And
who is having that conversation with you? What?
So,
There is a conversation. Hold up.
There's
Stop
several
right now.
There are several conversations.
There's a
about
conversation with you
with Harry
about how dark your baby is going to be?
potentially and what that would mean or look like.
Ooh.
Wow. So Harry clarified to Oprah that the Queen and Prince Philip were not the ones who brought that up. There's so much to unpack here. Mm-hmm. What was your biggest takeaway as someone who follows along closely since the beginning?
Well, I thought Meghan and obviously Oprah did a great job of setting this up. From the very get-go, Meghan says, listen, I didn't live under a rock. I knew who the royals were, but I'm from LA. I've been around celebrities. I've been in movies. I've done these things. I didn't think it would be that shocking to be around them. But she's like, what you don't understand in America is that it's a totally different thing. Like being royal is a whole nother set of things over there, number one. But also number two, how much on the outsider looking in looks so different than what is actually happening, and how it's really hard to explain to people what you're seeing and what we want you to see and what it's really like. She's like, there is no way that you can explain that other than living through it. And that's why when she talked about Harry's mother and having that be one of her confidants as someone who knew the late, and I'd say great, Princess Diana, as one of the only people she could talk to about it. There were so many minor revelations too, like things like how they were cut off from the family. Bad girl. They've been living off of Princess Diana's inheritance to Harry, essentially. There were things about how his dad was not taking his calls anymore. There were things about how they got married 3 days before the wedding. Those are like minor, because those are the major things of what we just watched. I mean, can you imagine, I haven't had children, but can you imagine having a baby and someone from your husband's circle, we don't know who it was, says, we're concerned about the amount of melanin in your baby. Like, it is mind-numbing to me.
It's very unbelievable, and the fact that they weren't going to give this baby any security or protection.
Right.
We saw what the press did to Diana. Right. We saw what they're doing to Meghan and Harry. Why would we not protect these people that are our blood?
Right.
It was all pretty disgusting, to be honest. I'm really curious to see how the British papers and tabloids react today, because I think it was like 3 a.m. when this aired. Yeah, so they're seeing it and hearing all this a little bit later after the fact.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think pulling Harry in for the second half was good because it let Meghan speak for the first time, which was a lot of what this was about. Like she had been silenced. There's that now viral clip of Oprah saying, "Were you silent or silenced?" And how she talks about, I have always been such an advocate for women's rights and getting their voices heard, and the fact that I was silenced was gut-wrenching. And one other thing I want to bring up that was so poignant, I think, to me as someone who keeps up with them. I freely admit I love the royals. I stay up to date on all of these things. Like, this was like, what is happening to me? But she talked about how when she was in that really depressed state, and how she said she was having thoughts, suicidal thoughts. She didn't trust herself, how this is not me. I don't know what to do. Help me. There was a specific photo, an event that she went to. She was pregnant. And I remember the photo. She's wearing a long sleeved sparkle evening length gown. They look happy, beautiful. She's just glowing, you think. And she goes, I look at that photo and I see Harry's hand gripping mine and his knuckles are white, because that day I was so low. I was so low that he had said, you shouldn't come to this event. And she said, I can't be by myself.
Wow.
I mean, powerful. So if you haven't watched it, I say check it out. Oprah, by the way, masterclass in an interview.
Her reactions too.
Yeah.
I mean, she just is so human.
She's so us.
What? Like, explain this. What?
Right.
You know?
Like, excuse me, and then calling Harry out when he's like, I felt like I was trapped. She's like, excuse me, you grew up with a literal crown on your head. Explain. But it
was the TV event we were promised.
Unpack.
Okay, I know, right? I feel tense. Should we move on? Yes. So we can shake it off a little. This one's good. Next to the dish, Lizzo did an Instagram live over the weekend. So she took questions from her fans, and one question really stood out. Lizzo handled it the only way she knows how. Watch this.
Not how do you deal with being obese every day? Oh no, man, I wake up and I wake up into my obese bed.
She's really pretty though.
I have to get like a king bed because I'm so obese, and I put on my obese Louis Vuitton house slippers and I walk into my
You go, girl.
massive obese bathroom and I just stare into my wall-to-wall obese mirror and I just lather myself in the most obese, expensive oils and creams and
Oh, she also went on to say that her bank account is also obese. She said she mentioned like trying to put it on a diet, but it was just kept growing.
I
So good.
cannot. Can you, I mean, she's so quick too. Like someone says that, she's used to people saying all kinds of crazy stuff to her.
But she
all
didn't
the
even
time.
make the offended face. She just
No.
started out laughing, a guttural laugh.
Yeah.
Like, so silly. You are so silly.
I wake up in my obese bed, check on my obese bank account.
Sounded pretty nice.
Girl.
My obese Louis Vuitton slippers.
I know. Like I just, she's one of those people that if you could be like, who would you, I mean, you walk by celebrities or something and you're like, I want to talk to you. You seem so fun.
I want to have a drink with you.
Yes,
Lizzo would be fun.
All right, still ahead, everybody. Aaron Rodgers opens up about what's next for him and his supposedly new fiance.
Oh, judgy. And then we chat with Wayne Brady about his new game show, which should appeal to fans of The Masked Singer.
Looks good. And have you ever heard of a pizza acrobat? I have. I caught up with one local guy to see how he became one of the best in the world. Yeah, and I clearly am pretty good too. The show will be right back.
New career.
He says, okay, well, my grandmother's there, so you're going to meet her. Oh, great. I loved my grandmother. I used to take care of my grandmother. This is great. He goes, right, do you know how to curtsy? I said, what? He said, do you know how to curtsy? Now, I thought genuinely that was what happens outside.
Yeah.
I thought that was part of the fanfare. Or I didn't think that's what happens inside. And I
Yeah.
said, but it's your grandmother. He goes, it's the queen.
Wow.
And that was really the first moment that the penny dropped.
Penny drop.
Should we have a curtsy off? Meghan there talking about meeting the queen for the very first time.
Okay, Jeff says that he thinks she's lying about this a little bit because who doesn't know how to curtsy? My thought is that maybe you're like, oh, I know how to curtsy, but like, is there a real way that you're supposed to curtsy?
Yeah, I probably don't do it right.
Right. I would screw up a curtsy in front of the queen.
Research team, look into that. Somebody. You know, on Mondays, we get a very special serving of hot dish all the way from Hollywood. So please give it up for Brad from TMZ. Hey, Brad.
Hey, good morning, Shane. How are you?
Oh, we're good. We can't stop talking about this interview, and I know it's what you guys are talking about too. So obviously Meghan, she talked about how the British tabloids were treating her differently than Kate. What did she say about this?
Well, it was bombshell after bombshell during this interview last night, but kind of one of the sticking points that a lot of people are talking about is that Meghan said while she was pregnant with Archie, there were family conversations about the concern of his possible skin tone when he was born. Now, Oprah pressed both Harry and Meghan on this, trying to figure out exactly who it was. And they wouldn't say who, but just this morning, actually, on CBS this morning, Gail did say, Gail had Oprah on, and Oprah wanted to clarify that it was neither the Queen nor was it Prince Philip. So a lot of theories floating around. Maybe that's what led to the fallout with his brother. Maybe it was Prince Charles, but nonetheless, a really disturbing allegation.
Yeah, we've been talking about how we're very curious how those tabloids over there in the UK are going to respond to all of this because they've said it. Meghan and Harry said, you're a big reason why we had to leave, you know?
Well, that's exactly it. And I'm kind of surprised that it's taken this long and we haven't heard from the royal family yet or Buckingham Palace. Nothing's come out of there either. So we'll see not only how the tabloids handle it, but if the Queen and the palace will say anything in response as well.
Mm-hmm. Got new information about Dustin Diamond. So it turns out he wasn't married?
Yeah, and it's really surprising. We got a hold of his death certificate, of course. He died very suddenly after a short battle with cancer, an aggressive cancer. But at times over the years, he had worn a wedding ring. He had said that he was married, but on the death certificate, it says that he was never married in his life. And we kind of did some digging, and he said, look, he felt like he was married to this woman, and they had a very close relationship, but as far as court and any legal documents go, he was just never officially married.
Oh, that's an interesting twist.
It's going to be hard for her.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. This one's really interesting. The CEO of Twitter has a tweet for sale. Explain.
So not just any tweet. This is the first tweet, actually. Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey, he's selling off his first tweet. I can't quite explain it, but there's digital trading now with items and artwork and everything, and that's exactly what this is. And the first tweet that he tweeted, it said, "I am setting up my Twitter," and he spells Twitter Twittr. Price tag right now, $2.5 million. So if you think that that's something you need to add to the collection, you have the money, there it is.
Wait. Okay, Brad, you might not know this, but I am curious. How do you own a tweet? Like, can't you just print it off and frame it from IKEA? Like, get a nice little frame?
That's what I thought. I don't think you can get in trouble for doing that, but I guess that there is now digital trading and digital currency where you can own kind of the digital copy of this first tweet too. So it's moving fast, guys. I don't know how to keep up with this stuff, but luckily I don't have the $2.5 million to even have to worry about it.
Well, thank you, Brad. Neither do we.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you for that reminder. Brad from TMZ, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks. Have a nice morning.
Yeah, you too. Hey, folks, you can check out TMZ.com or TMZ on TV. Just check your local listings. Shayne.
I can't stop shaking my head, sorry.
I know. I'm like, do we need to go to the TikTok? Do the TikTok kids need to explain to us how this works?
No, I'm going to let this go.
Somebody phone home.
Too old for this. And too poor. Next in the dish, Aaron Rodgers did an Instagram Live with the CEO of Zenith Watches recently, and he talked about what's next in his relationship with Shailene Woodley. Take a look.
This great challenge will be being a father, I think. And you're a father, and a lot of my friends are. I'm in that age group where a lot of my close friends from high school and college, are fathers now and have families of their own, and it's maybe not in the immediate future, but definitely something that I really look forward to. It's going to be a really fun challenge. I've done a pretty good job of taking care of myself for the last 37 years, and look forward to taking care of another life at some point too. I think it'd be so fun. I mean, I just have dreamt about what that would be like, and I'm really excited about that chapter whenever that comes.
You got an extra $10,000 for showing that watch and that.
Couldn't even hear him over that fat wristwatch.
So the two, by the way, got engaged sometime in the fall and announced it earlier this year. I know you.
What?
Do you care to elaborate on your thoughts?
Well,
you don't have a watch to show
my air impression. Okay, honestly, you're a Packer fan, so maybe
yes.
I'm hoping that you know his vibe a little bit more. There was rumors at the beginning that this was all just to kind of make fun of the press and like, I gotcha. We've gone pretty far into the weeds now. There is a part of my soul that thinks that she's also in on this, and they're like, we're just really good friends.
I'm going to give you that something about it feels off.
Yes!
I love myself some Aaron Rodgers. I think he's a genius and so talented.
Right.
I do think he was going to end up with somebody super smart, and she seems to be very intelligent, so that part vibes. But like when she did her first interview and she kept saying like, well, we've been together for a long time, so blah, blah, blah. But the pandemic had started, it really wasn't a long time.
Right.
It all feels a little bit odd. I hope he's happy. I hope it's real.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm kind of with you.
It's just,
it hurts me to say that.
And
too.
again, and this has nothing to do with how I feel with him as a football player. I just am like, he's known for this.
I don't think they're like pulling one over on the media though, but I don't know what he gets out of this other than getting people off his back about dating or, look, see, I made it through a whole season with a girlfriend and it didn't affect my play.
Right.
Otherwise they attack girlfriends for ruining, like Olivia Munn.
Yeah, the watch didn't affect his play either. You guys can
It was too heavy for his arm.
He couldn't, like, what is happening in this?
It's actually how to get so strong.
Just kept lifting it up. Next in the dish, Paramount is feeling pretty confident that the pandemic is coming to an end. The studio just announced plans to move the release date for one of its highly anticipated sequels up. A Quiet Place Part 2, or should I have said A Quiet Place Part 2? Will be released on Memorial Day weekend. The movie's release has been pushed to September 24th. It had been, but Paramount plans to put the film on its streaming platform after 45 days after its theatrical window. So it's got a little chunk of time. before it'll go onto its streamer. The first movie, starring John Krasinski and Emily Blunt, was a surprise success, bringing in more than $300 million at the box office and terrifying everyone who watched it into speaking in whispers.
This kind of makes sense, like try for Memorial, see what happens. You can always push it back further, but this is the kind of movie you want to see in a theater.
Right.
Surrounded, the big screen and the sound. So some of the other movies that have come out, I'm like, this is just fine at home. Our TVs are pretty good these days and big. But yeah, okay. We'll see.
Well, and I think they made this announcement, and maybe I'm wrong, but I think they made this announcement before some of the governors announced that they would be releasing restrictions, because you would think maybe that would have a play in it, but I don't think it did. I think they were like, fingers crossed.
Let's try for Memorial. That's the summer of movies. Maybe we'll actually be watching movies in theaters again.
Oh, be so fun.
I know. Next in the dish, the next time you belt out your favorite song, you might want to make sure that your windows are actually closed. So a karaoke singer in London has to pay up after learning his singing was so bad, it triggered 150 complaints. This gotta hurt the pride. Jason Harvey is accused of belting out ABBA tunes. Is it ABBA or ABBA? Sorry, Jeff, I know you're gonna kill me. It's ABBA, okay. He was belting out tunes Saturday nights. His neighbors called it a nightmare because it was so loud and just so terrible. A judge forced him to pay nearly $4,000 for ignoring noise complaints. He would also invite friends over for some of his parties. He plans to appeal and probably keep singing.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, pump it up. Every little. Oh no, that's the Madonna remake. Okay. She does do a remake.
I remember that. I forgot. Yeah.
Okay. Shayne, can you imagine either side of this scenario? One being that your neighbor is a terrible singer and is belting out ABBA and continues to do so, or you are said terrible singer and someone sues you. They sue you, booty, because you're so bad that it hurts their ears and they have damage that they're taking in for $4,000.
It feels like American Idol when people try out and you're like, and no one ever told you. I mean, come on, you know you're awful.
Yeah,
right?
you literally pull like the plug out of your ear.
So he should know he's not a great. We all know. I know I'm not a great singer. Like, you know these things. This does take me back to college one time.
Like this.
The house across the street from our cul-de-sac.
Yeah. Your cul-de-sac in college?
We had like townhomes. Across the street, the boy there dated one of my roommates, and they broke up. And he played very loud, obscene, angry music out his window open for like a full weekend. It was very obnoxious. We did not call the cops because we were in college, so we're like, psh.
You're joking. He played dramatic, sad music.
It was a, what was the song? It has a bad word in it. I think the title even has a bad word in it.
Oh, so we'll just skip that. But honestly, that's amazing. How has this story never come out before?
It was so sad.
And also, like, really, I don't think you're that bad of a singer. I've never heard you sing, but I'm sure it's not that bad.
Trust me, we'd get some complaints.
Oh.
Yeah, well, we'd hit some notes that you don't want to hear.
We're not karaoke. Don't worry, folks. Still ahead, we are chatting with the founder of the Minneapolis Craft Market about some of the women-owned products currently on their website.
But next, you may remember him from Whose Line Is It Anyway?, Let's Make a Deal, or How I Met Your Mother. Wayne Brady will join us to talk about his newest game show coming to Fox. We will be right back. I wish I could remember the song. It's just Welcome back to the Jason Show, a peppy morning, Monday morning edition. Woo! Just like that.
We didn't plan that, folks. By the way, we are about to talk to Wayne Brady about his new show, and it's kind of about hidden talents, right? So I had to ask, because Jason and I recently revealed it, what our hidden talents are. Shayne,
I can't wait to hear.
Yours is clearly singing.
Nope. So I don't think I have one anymore.
What?
I used to have a hidden talent. I was really, this might be overstating. I was good at the worm, you know?
And Shayne, you could worm?
I could, and sometimes like we'd be at a bar and I don't know, I would just be feeling it and I would just start doing the worm.
You would just start worming on the sticky floor.
Oh, it was disgusting. There was a lot of dry cleaning on the clothing.
When did this end?
But then it turned out, like I tried to do it once because I thought I could still do it, and my body doesn't do that anymore.
Oh, it just is like, no, we've had babies,
I don't
we're
have
done
those
with this.
skills anymore, so that was painful.
She like scrapes
So
her
it's gone.
face a little bit.
There was a time. It all hurt. It was bad.
Okay, well,
How about you?
You might have missed it. Jason and I revealed ours, but he can guess every Dallas theme show, and I can twiddle my thumbs. That's about it.
Twiddle your thumbs. Awesome. Well, for fans of his show, The Masked Singer, there's a new guessing game coming this week.
Game of Talents is a game show mixed with variety show. Take a peek.
These ordinary people have extraordinary talents. On March 10th, before they perform, can you guess who is a fire thrower, a daredevil biker, a contortionist?
That's the challenge our contestants must conquer for a shot at over $200,000.
My gut feelings tell me,
Magician, lock that bad boy in. Show us your talent. He's a knife thrower.
Yeah, girl. Wayne Brady hosts the new show streaming Wednesday night on Fox, and Wayne Brady joining us live this morning. Good morning, Wayne.
Hi.
Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Okay, so we just saw a little bit of a clip there for all of us at home. Explain how this show works.
Well, it's a variety show crossed with a game show. So the way it works is we have two teams of competitors, and the contestants are just awesome. And someone walks out from around the corner. A normal person, very unassuming, dressed normally. Now we ask the contestants, what are your first impressions of this person? And the person also introduces themselves. They may say, hi, I'm Kyle. I'm from Cincinnati. I'm 23 years old, and I like riding bikes. That's all they say. The contestants look at them. Then they look at this board. The board has a list of talents. Some talents like sword swallower, knife dancer, break dancer, gospel singer, animal wrangler. You're looking at that. And then we have a clue plays. And then you look at the clue, or you hear the clue, but there's some sort of clue laid down. Using that clue and your first impression, you have to say, okay, well, Kyle, I like his voice. I like the way he stands. He stands like a performer. I'll say that he's a gospel singer. Mm-hmm. And the other person says, no, Kyle is really athletic. I bet he's a sword swallower. So Kyle goes behind a curtain, and then they make a bet. Then the curtain opens up, and Kyle then performs. And if you are correct, you win the money in that round. If you're incorrect, you do not win the money in that round. So it's a great guessing game. It's an amazing way to be able to give away cash during a pandemic. And it's an awesome talent showcase for some extraordinarily talented people. And it gives us at home a great guessing game.
Oh, for sure. I think everyone has some sort of hidden talent. For you, when you came on board, I know this show is popular in other countries. Had you heard of it prior to coming on board?
The first time I saw it was when I received the video of the version in Spain, and I was hooked right off the bat. I thought it was a great concept, and I thought the only thing missing is, of course, it could be a little funnier. And so when Fremantle asked me to come aboard and to be able to mix the worlds of variety and game show and to do what it is I do, it was a win. I love watching these talented people do what they do, and I love watching people win.
Well, Shayne and I were just talking about how much we loved you on Whose Line Is It Anyway back in the day with all the hoots and hollers, and we loved that show. You're obviously hilarious. You can sing, you can dance, you host TV shows. How about you? Do you have any other hidden talents that we don't know about?
Well, first off, I have to say, because people say this all the time, Whose Line is still on the air. It's not like it's dead and buried in the TV grave vault. It's been on for 7 seasons with Aisha Tyler. So if you like improv, you can still catch me doing that. But you can always catch me doing my thing here on Fox. Do I have a hidden talent? No, most of my talents are on display for the world. I'd like to think if I have a really cool hidden talent, it's when I was a new father, when my daughter was little. I could change a diaper one-handed.
Oh,
I was so fast.
That's fantastic.
I could diaper, Velcro, baby powder, baby bottle, bloop, 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 boom, boop, and I was done.
You're paid in that by rewards. Before we go, really quick, you're good at so many things. What's something you're really bad at? I have to know. Make us all feel better.
You shouldn't. Your self-worth shouldn't be hinged on the things that I do. There are a lot of things that I don't do well, but if you saw them, then I wouldn't be on TV.
That's true. The mystery remains. Thanks, Wayne.
Thank you. The show Game of Talents premieres Wednesday night at 8, right after the premiere of season 5 of The Masked Singer.
Feels like I just got a TED Talk.
I know. Like, you can do anything you set your mind to.
I feel so much better.
Yeah.
Still ahead, Kendall, she catches up with an acrobat known for the way he tosses pizza dough. This video is incredible. She's gonna try it too. We'll be right back. This guy. Welcome back. When it comes to pizza, one of my favorite meals, most of us order delivery or you just pop a frozen pizza in the oven. Easy peasy.
Not always, though. One local guy, pizza is a sport. Nick Dieslin is one of the top pizza acrobats in the world, and I recently met up with Nick to learn how he got started and if he could learn or if he could teach me a few acrobatic skills. Pizza acrobatics. What? Like, how do you even come up with this? Where did you hear about this?
I saw somebody throwing pizza, and it was one of those things that when I saw it, I was like, maybe I could do that. And then I started practicing a little bit, and I got kind of good at it.
I mean, if you watch any late night, you might have seen Nick.
What are you going to be doing for us? I'm going to be showing you the art of pizza acrobatics.
The art of pizza acrobatics.
Oh my God! Oh my! Yo!
Like, stop it.
Yeah, it was an incredible experience, and then hearing that they're pitching my video to Jimmy was cool enough, and then after that I got on the show.
Walk me through the steps of how to get to the dough.
So if you have a mixer available, you can make this throw dough, and if not, there's also either you can use a towel or some rubber doughs available that you can use too.
Anything special about it?
So it has less water than most pizza dough and no yeast, so it's a lot tougher than real dough. Yeah, if you search online for a pizza throwing recipe, you should be able to locate it. So you're gonna put them together and kind of piece it so you have like kind of a nice seam. Yeah, so you're getting pretty good. You can also like use the table too if you want to like kind of scrunch it out. So at this point, when you get it like pretty well kind of flattened out, then I like to use a rolling pin. So you can work on making it kind of more round and less oval shaped.
Did you ever watch SpongeBob?
Yeah.
I feel like mine looks like Squidward.
Yeah.
Less SpongeBob, more circle.
Yes. And what I like to do at this point is just kind of throw it up and spin it out. We're gonna spin it one way or the other and just toss it up. It'll help spread the dough out, and you can see mine's getting a little oval shaped. And that's okay if you drop it.
That's why you don't eat it, right?
That's your pizza. Yeah. If you want to take it and put it kind of at the edge of the dough instead of in the middle.
Okay.
So you're kind of on the side here.
Uh-huh. Oh,
Then
I
you take your hand and twist it and fling it up. Perfect.
Hey! What are you doing right now?
Yeah, so this is called the whip. It's like a figure 8 with your wrist. I can show you that.
Definitely ready to graduate to that, yeah.
Probably want to spin this way. I'm not perfect with this way. So you'll be
like
doing
this?
a figure 8.
Am I doing this?
Close.
Okay.
You can see that I'm still doing that, but it looks a lot more balanced.
It looks a lot cooler.
Yeah. And you can do things like letting it kind of spin around your hand too, like that.
Okay.
There's this trick where you roll it over your shoulders. I think we can teach you to do it. I swear. Once you throw it, you're just gonna be looking, and you'll be ready to catch it. You'll go like that. Okay. And you're ready to go. Close. Oh, close. So you're
No. Eric, we could be here all day, but this is gonna happen. This is all I can do. I can't even do any more than that. Turns out I'm as bad as it as I thought I was going to be at it.
I'm really impressed.
Are you though?
No, I really am. I did love though how you started really casual, but then pretty soon your hair was up and like it was game time.
Mama got competitive.
I could
real
tell,
quick.
but I was impressed. That was good.
Thank you.
He's amazing.
Nick is so cool. He's the nicest guy. Nick Dieslin, he's on YouTube and he's on social media too. You can see some of his videos. It's really cool watching him do this. He started juggling and he said that eventually he got pretty good at that and was doing that a lot. And then he saw this master of pizza throwing do the thing. And he was like, I need to figure out how to do it. And he's just been slowly getting better at it. He's done it at the state fair, obviously in the late night circuit. And he's just awesome. And he's right here in Maplewood.
My misconception, I was like, oh, what pizza place does he work at?
Yeah, no, that was Shane's first question. It's like, well, the dough is not quite the same.
Now I know.
Yeah, Nick's awesome. Check him out, Nick Dieslin, and he's just the pizza throwing machine. Just Google it. Still ahead, we're talking with the founder of the Minneapolis Craft Market, who has had a little bit of a pivot during the pandemic. She'll introduce us to some of her favorite women-made products on her website when we come back. Welcome back to this special Monday edition of The Jason Show featuring Shayne Wells and Kendall Mark. Shendel, hello. It's Women's History Month. Hey, perfect time for this. And if you need some ideas for shopping local and buying from women-owned businesses, our next guest has a few ideas.
Please welcome the founder of the Minneapolis Craft Market, Haley Matthews-Jones. Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
We're great.
Haley, I know we're going to talk about this. We are, I promise, but I do have to ask you, you are from the UK. This interview aired here last night with Meghan and Harry, and I need, I'm throwing it out there for you. What is your quick hot take on how this is going to go down?
Oh, I think it was a bold move. I am definitely Team Meghan. I think the royal family needs to get with the program on so many things. So I felt like their openness about their mental health issues and all of the trauma involved they are privileged, but that lifestyle is tough. So I'm Team Meghan and Harry all the way, I think.
We love them. We love them. And we love you. We want to talk a little bit about the Minneapolis Craft Market. You're still online, but you're really hoping to have in-person shows eventually. Tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Correct. So our live markets are still on pause. We are waiting until we get the go-ahead and until we really feel like it's truly safe to gather in large numbers. So we moved everything online last summer. So what that means is that we host a digital marketplace. It's kind of like a local-only version of Etsy is the best way to sort of explain it. All of our vendors can have their own storefront within our site. So what that means for you as a customer or a shopper is that you can visit our website and you can find 250 local artists. You can purchase from multiple people in one easy checkout. And we have all kinds of goodies there. We have jewelry, home goods, clothing, all kinds of stuff.
Now, one of the first things I see on the list here is a face roller. And I know these are so big. I have not tried this yet. Tell us what that is and what makes this product special.
Yeah, so this is from Oya Beauty. She's one of our amazing makers. She does small batch handcrafted luxury beauty products. So she has some skincare items. These are one of her products that she sells. It's a face roller. And if you're not familiar, you use this kind of like, it's almost like a paint roller that you would use on your face. The stone is said to stimulate circulation, give you like a youthful glow, increase blood flow, release muscle tension. So a lot of people use those with a face oil as part of their morning or nighttime beauty routine. And we've seen them be really popular. People are really kind of getting used to seeing these in different beauty places. Different magazines have covered them as well. So we sell those.
Well, those are sure beautiful too. They're lovely. All right, and you've also got reusable organic cotton snack bags.
Yeah. Yes, this is one of my favorite makers. Faranita is a Minneapolis headquartered jewelry and accessories company. I'm actually wearing their little cute Monstera leaf earrings today as well. They are headquartered in Northeast Minneapolis and they partner with women artisans in 9 different countries. They have thousands of women artisans that they work with, many of whom are survivors of domestic violence. And so jewelry is kind of what they're known for, but they've actually added a lot more products, including these snack bags that you see, tote bags, scarves, things like that, and a few home goods. So what I love about these is that they, so many people are trying to avoid single-use plastics. And if you're used to taking your lunch or snacks for the kids in plastic bags, these are a great reusable alternative to those.
Great idea. We have that same problem. We do a lot of Tupperware, but then we have to wash it all. Moving on, Bidet Makaska, you have a really cool lake print to show too.
Yes. So this is by Annika Hager Creative. Annika does these really cool topography maps that she hand designs and then gets prints made. So she has a whole lake series, so you can pretty much find any lake in Minneapolis. She also does a lot of custom design. So if you have somewhere in the country that you've traveled, or really anywhere in the world, she can do a custom topography map design, and you can get it printed in different sizes or different colored backgrounds. It's really cool. And we've seen these are one of our top sellers actually in the last month.
I can see why.
A topography version, that's really different. I love that. Another tiny feminist painting. Tiny feminist painting. What?
Yes. Yes, so these are really great if you're looking for an affordable piece of art. These are $15 a piece. These are literally what they say, tiny feminist paintings by Artifacts of Joy by Lauren Strum. She has loads of goodies on our marketplace. If you just type in tiny feminist, you'll find those. Some of them do have some spicy language on them, so if you're offended by stronger words, maybe just to proceed with caution there. But she has these really cute, all different kind of motivational statements and little snippets that are great to have in your home office or in your bedroom. And you can buy series of those and hang them as little blocks on the wall. They're really, really cute, and they kind of tie in nicely with our International Women's Day theme today.
Love it, a little pep talk. And finally, an oven mitt, but this is gonna be a cool oven mitt.
Yes, so one of our top sellers on our marketplace is My Bits of Wonder. She does quilting and lots of fabric home goods. So this is kind of what I think almost is an old school kind of craft, more of a traditional craft, and people love these. So we have these oven mitts with these cute funky cassette tapes. She also does microwave bowls, which are like little cozies to go around bowls in the microwave. And I feel like this winter, so many people are staying home, cooking lunch at home. Those have been a top seller. And so she has lots of cute and kind of whimsical fabrics. So if you're looking for something like a little locally made something or other to brighten up your kitchen, that's a great choice for those as well.
Fantastic ideas, fantastic products. Thanks so much for sharing with us, Haley. For more of this, you can go to, for more local makers, you can head to MinneapolisMPLScraftmarket.com.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Jason Show, the Kendall version. Yep. You can stay connected with us, by the way, social media. You can check us out, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Jason Show TV, YouTube. We're everywhere.
We're everywhere, including on your TV in just a couple of minutes. We'll be right back. Yeah, I did that.
Sounds good, yeah.
Thank you. So handily.
Welcome back to Jason Show on a Monday. Kendall, Shayne, holding it down. And we just can't stop talking about the Meghan and Harry interview. And I honestly didn't think I would be that into it.
Right.
But it turns out there was a lot there.
There was not a single moment wasted. And when you're like 2 hours talking to these guys and
it's gonna be fluff.
Right. No, girl, there was so much to talk about. We were just looking at some of the UK press because we've been talking about this, like how are they gonna handle it? Really interesting. So if you do your Google thing, you figure out what you think. Let us know too. Go on the Jason Show Facebook page. Mostly Facebook is where we can chat about these kind of things. I'm really curious how other people took this interview. Like obviously I'm obsessed, but.
Yeah, and I've seen some, like if you look at like what Piers Morgan or Bethany Frankel, there are definitely people who have come hard at Meghan and Harry, mostly Meghan because that's how it's always been. But there's a lot of people defending her too. I think we're Team Meghan, so.
We're Team Meghan.
You
Hey
know
guys,
it.
we've got a good show coming up tomorrow. We've got a whole week of Kendall. It's gonna be a fun one, so make sure to come and join us the next couple days. Plus, by the way, what? I just heard, okay, Meghan Markle is joining us tomorrow on the show. You guys drop your calendar. It's happening. I gotta go change.
He loves Jason.
I'm kidding.